In an effort to get some legal immigrants to self-deport, some with social security numbers have just been listed as dead. Like without a way to legally and consistently force these immigrants out of the country, their takeaway has been like, what if we just flip the switch to kind of force them to leave? Legal immigrants? Well, yeah, they've got social security numbers. Immigrants often get social security numbers so they can pay taxes. You need your social security number to pay tax. That's not like new or crazy or anything. That happens. Isn't that like a roundabout death threat? No, it's more like like cutting off your ability to work here, basically. Like it's basically like, we could deport you guys, but wouldn't you just self-deport if we made it bureaucratically difficult to live here? Now the administration's taking drastic steps to pressure some of these immigrants and others who have had legal status to, quote, self-deport by effectively canceling their social security numbers they had lawfully obtained, according to documents reviewed by the New York Times and interviews with 6 people familiar with the plans. The goal is to cut these people off from using crucial financial services like bank accounts and credit cards, along with their access to government benefits. The effort hinges on a surprising new tactic: repurposing Social Security's master death file, or death master file, which for years has been used to track dead people who should no longer receive benefits, to include the names of living people who the government believes should be treated as though they are dead. It's actually really scary, because it's essentially like we're not going to even pretend to go through the legal channels to deport you. We're going to use existing bureaucratic apparatuses, existing infrastructure, to just like, we'll put you in these categories for like nothing, you know? If they can do this, can't they do anything? Couldn't they mark you as a felon even if you have no felony record? Oh, you're invalid to register to vote because you're a felon. What? What felony? Well, you're marked as a felon. Goodbye. Goodbye. As a result of being added to the death database, they would be blacklisted from a coveted form of identity that allows them to make and more easily spend money. 6,300 migrants whose legal status had just been revoked were added to the file, according to the documents. The initial names are limited to people the administration says are convicted criminals and suspected terrorists, the documents show. I'm sure. I'm sure. Very sure. Oh yeah, of course. Their financial lives, Leland Dudek, the Social Security Administration's acting commissioner, wrote an email to staff members, would be terminated. I don't even understand what you're supposed to do with this. Like, what do you do if you're marked as dead? Like, what do you, I don't even understand, like, what path would you take? Well, I would stop paying taxes for one. Well, sure, but you'd also have, like, your bank account frozen. All the money inside of it. Yeah. We're going to see how this develops, but, like, yeah, I don't know. The agency has renamed the death list the ineligible master file. Oh my god, they changed the name. Yeah, this isn't a death list anymore. This is actually a list of unpersons. So it includes the dead, but also, like, people who should be. It's tantamount to financial murder, said Mr. O'Malley, Commissioner of Social Security Administration under Mr. Biden. Andrew Biggs, who served at the agency during the George W. Bush administration, suggested that such changes would help enact Mr. Trump's immigration policy. If you favor immigration enforcement, this makes sense, he said. Oh, thank you for reminding us that Hitlerite, hawkish anti-immigration policy is not unique to Trump. In a memo addressed to Mr. Dudek on Monday, Kristi Noem, the Homeland Security Secretary, wrote the plan would prevent suspected terrorists who are here illegally from having privileges reserved for those with lawful status. She did not say how the administration was determining if someone was a suspected terrorist. Of course. Yeah. They could add literally anyone to this. Citizens. It doesn't matter. There's nothing about the Social Security's death list that would make it easier to add a migrant or an immigrant or whatever than it would be to add a citizen. It's a death list. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have much analysis on this one, you know? It's pretty bad.